What's up everybody, this is Koen from Ovalo. In today's video we are going to discuss the one and only, the most exclusive dating app out there right now, Raya. Make sure you stay till the end because one of you guys will get a free bio custom made by me for free, for nothing. So let's just jump into the video. So Raya is technically an alternative to Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, etc, but it's a little bit different. Now what makes Raya different? Raya is catered mostly towards a more select audience. So in general they try to cater more towards people that are famous on Instagram, famous people, celebrities, artists, athletes, that kind of community. That's what they are focusing on. Does that mean that only those people are on the platform? No, that doesn't mean that, but that's what they're mostly targeting. Besides that, what makes Raya special is that it is a closed community that you don't just get into instantly because you installed the app. No, there's actually a vetting process which you don't see often with other dating apps, but that is available with Raya. So that makes Raya different from Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, etc. Now what Raya focuses on mostly is more towards committed and long-term relationships, both in the romantic sphere but also in a potentially business sphere. Of course, just like Bumble is mostly going to be used as a romantic dating app, so don't be expecting to get like tons of ventures from Raya, because that's not how Raya works. There are different platforms for that. Raya is a kind of a new app, and what new apps have often, for example also Clubhouse in the beginning, but also a ton of other apps, is they're only available for iOS, which is, in my opinion, a little bit retarded, because some people are just not into the ecosystem of Apple, but mostly of the majority of the target audience that Raya is going after, they have an iPhone. But they do limit themselves in that regard, so if you have an Android, tough luck. Now what you can do is just buy an iPhone for like 300 bucks or 500 bucks, just one of the older models, not the one that costs like 1,500 or something. So you buy one of the cheaper models to try to apply with it. That's one thing that you can do if you're like, I have to get on Raya. But it doesn't mean that you instantly get on Raya, because there are requirements and there's a process to it, right? So once you fill out the application form for Raya, what happens is that you have to wait. And the waiting process can be a couple of days, but the waiting process can also be months and even years. There have been people who have waited for 2 years just to get into Raya. Now, one of the annoying parts is that some people will never get into Raya. When you never get into Raya, they will not let you know. If they see your profile and they're like, hey, Gary, it's all fine and good, but you're not really the type of person that we want on a platform. You got nothing going on, your Instagram is weak. There's no reason for you to be special and for us to accept you on our platform. Therefore, we're not gonna accept you. Are they going to message you like, hey, you're not in? No, they are not. Your application will still look like it's pending. So that's one of the annoying parts about Raya, because you can think, okay, maybe next month or maybe the month after or maybe in 6 months I will applying it in. But at the same time, if they already clicked you on like, this person is never gonna get in, you're never gonna get in. With Raya, only about 8% of the people that apply are actually able to get on the platform. So that's like 1 in 12 people. So that's not a lot of people. So let's look into how Raya exactly works. First off, the profiles that Raya shows you are actually portrayed in a slideshow with music, with a theme that you can select, right? So in Tinder, for example, you have like a Spotify theme, which is kind of not super interesting, but it's just a music thingy on your profile, right? So Raya took that a step further, and Raya actually has music playing that you can click on and off while you see the profile. Now normally you can click through the pictures, but with Raya is different. With Raya you have a slideshow, so over the course of a couple of seconds you see a photo, then the next photo, then the next photo, on and on. So that's how you get more of a vibe with a profile, instead of like, okay, see a picture, click, 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 and then within 2 seconds you've swiped them left or right, because you just click very quickly through it. That's in general how the population of Tinder and etc. is doing that. The swiping and the matching part of Raya is very similar to Tinder though. There is a left swipe, right swipe type of thing going on. Now, one of the things that is very important to Raya is this community feeling, this elite group, as you may call it, or as you want to call it. So one of the things that Raya has is that Raya has a rule, just like Fight Club: do not talk about Fight Club. Do not talk about Raya. They have actually ended up deleting people from the platform because they were talking about Raya on social media and that kind of stuff. So they have a code of conduct regarding that stuff. The negative part about Raya is that there is no free membership. Raya does not have a free option. Unless a lot of the other platforms out there, there's no free option for Raya. So you will actually end up paying between 10 and 30 dollars per month, and there's add-ons and upgrades, etc., just like with all the other different apps. You will be paying for Raya because there's just no free option. So if you're looking for a free option, stick with Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, whatever. Lastly, one of the main features of Raya is that you will be matching people worldwide. Now, one thing that you need to keep in mind is majority of the base that are on Raya are people that are in either New York or in Los Angeles. That's the main hub for Raya and where they are marketed and where the most people are online. But Raya has a matching system where you can match everyone across the world. So it's not like, hey, I want to match people within 10 kilometers of my home. That's for apps like Tinder and Bumble. This is more like, hey, I'm really looking for somebody exclusive, so it's okay if that person lives 100 kilometers away, 1,000 kilometers away, etc., etc. Okay, now let's take a look at the pros and cons of Raya, right? As a pro, what we got is the exclusivity and the privacy. So if you are a celebrity, if you are known in a certain sphere, if you cannot just randomly go on Tinder without running into any issues, then Raya is probably the dating app for you. Of course, this does have the trade-off that not everyone is going to be accepted into Raya. Another pro is the high quality matches. You will match with a lot of attractive people. There are a lot of attractive, interesting, and fun people out there on Raya, because most people that don't got anything going on into their lives and aren't very good looking are not going to be accepted into Raya. So keep that in mind as well. Now, one of the cons of Raya is that it has a no hookup policy and no hookups are allowed. Now, does that mean there is not going to be any hookups? No, that definitely does not mean that there aren't any hookups on Raya. There's hookups in literally every app. It does mean that the chances of it are a little bit lower. But maybe that's not a negative, maybe that's a positive. It depends on your situation. Another negative of Raya is that your account can be deleted. So you gotta watch out with if you have a podcast, if you have a YouTube channel, all those kind of things. What you need to watch out for is that what you're gonna say about Raya, because they might delete you from their platform, which is something that you probably don't want to have happen. And the last negative part about Raya is, of course, you gotta pay money for it. Of course, it's nice if it's free, right? But this is not very important when you get the potential result of finding a loved one from there. Now, it's amazing that you sticked around till the end. So if you are interested in getting a free bio custom made by me, myself, and I, what you need to do is subscribe and leave a comment, and then you will potentially get a free bio. I will pick one of the people that will reply to this video, and we don't get tons of replies, so there's a decent chance that you actually might win it. So leave a comment, subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you in the next one.